Hi, this is James for WDI-7 in DC, Project 2. Um, I wanted to make a clone of Transit Screen, which is an app made by a company with offices here at 1776. And Transit Screen is like a dashboard for information about transportation near you. So it kind of looks like the arrivals page at an airport, but it's for buses and bikes and metro and stuff like that. I was thinking to make like a poor man's version of that, something that you can keep in one of your browser tabs so that you can keep track of well, bus times when you're about to leave someplace. As far as a Rails MVC framework, um, I have users with authentication via device. I have dashboards, which are created and manipulated by users. And I sort of have models for routes and buses, but those were kind of a hassle to make. So I'm going to sign in. Okay, so once I'm signed in, I can see my dashboards that I've made, and can see everyone else's dashboards, and only dashboards that are made public by those people. So basically, each dashboard has a Boolean that says whether it's public or not. So if I go to General Assembly DC, I see basically the title of the dashboard. I have some edit and delete options. I have some description that the user can put in, and then I have a list of two bus stops that are presented as like cards with information about when they're arriving and whatnot. So let's say I want to make some changes to this dashboard. I click edit, and then I get a little map of the bus stops near where the dashboard is centered. So let's say I want to make some changes. Probably want to keep it public. But let's say I want to add a few more buses. So before it was only showing 2. So I'm going to add 3 more. I'm sort of randomly doing it, but you get the idea. Update that dashboard. And now instead of having just those 2, okay, I have 3 more, or 2 more. That's about it. If I want to go back, here is a dashboard that I made with nothing in it, so let's go ahead and delete it. It's gone. Oh, and then I can see other people's dashboards, but I don't have edit or delete options for these. Okay, so let me just try logging in as one other user. And I can see that I have different options, and some of them are actually I couldn't see on the other page. So this one is like a new one. Okay. Oh, and I guess I should probably show off how I make a dashboard, and this is like the clunky part. So if I create a new dashboard, let's say 7 corners. I don't know, somewhere. And then where Home Depot is, I want to make it public. I guess one of the problems I had was I was trying to get a way to automatically read the address, but I couldn't figure out how to do that in time. So in the meantime, we got to do this the old-fashioned way, which is putting latitude and longitude in. Create dashboard. I got a dashboard here. Now I want to edit it to add something useful. So here are the buses near 7 corners, and let me add them in. Update. Update. And they're in there. So that actually brings me to the next feature I wanted to implement, which was basically when I create a new dashboard, I don't want to enter in the latitude and longitude. I want to enter in just the address and have it automatically figure that out. And I was trying to use the Mapbox API to do that, but I just couldn't get it working in time. It was just returning like just random addresses all over the world when I entered in an address. Like I kept entering in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and it kept returning like an assortment of places in Britain, Singapore, and Germany. So I didn't know what I was doing wrong. As far as what I would do differently next time, I would I would not do this project, but I would not want to use this. I would not want to use this API because it was really a huge hassle to get like the bus information. I'd like to maybe figure out a way to get the bus information sort of cached more on my on the database. And there's a lot of things I really wish I would have done. Like I could have had comments. I would like to make cards for like organizations to put up information to put on their dashboard, stuff like that. And as far as one thing that I'm proud of, that would be probably, I'm not really proud of the design, not proud of like the controllers or anything, but I had fun making this one model, which was the one to hook into the WMATA API. Basically, I used HTTP Party. I pretty much went along with Andy's tutorial, but I made a few changes. I'm using Figaro to hide my API key. And basically, I made special methods in this model to get all of the bus routes, all of the bus stops, and then there's one just to get all the bus stops within a certain location. So that's what I do when you're editing a dashboard and you're adding new bus stops to it. Basically, behind the scenes, it creates a connection to the WMATA API, and then I call this get bus stops with latitude, longitude, and radius. And then that returns like sort of a collection of those bus stops, and I parse through them and find a way to present them on the view. And the same thing is going on for the get predictions, which is doing the same thing, but it's calling the API with a certain bus stop ID, and it's getting like sort of like this a JSON object of all of the buses arriving at that bus stop and their times and whatnot. And then I use that to parse the little arrival screens. Okay, so I guess that's about it. Thank you.